Hey Monarch Nation, I'm number 42, Ben Nacey, and welcome to Monarch Prep.
What's up, Monarch Nation? Welcome to Monarch Prep, where we discuss all things ODU men's basketball here on the Monarchists Network. I'm your host, Paul Jones. Let's get right into it. So I would like to start this week's episode by saying thank you to everyone who reached out to me this past Monday as I turned 55. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes, the DMs, the texts, the phone calls, the social media posts. I do appreciate them all. Thank you very much for reaching out. I do appreciate it. I turned 55, and with getting older, you start to run into some issues, or you start to notice some issues. Your hearing, your eyesight, your memory, things aren't as sharp as they used to be. I bring that up to say I have a few corrections to make from last week. Spud Webb. He is not the son of legendary NBA star Spud Webb. I did a simple Google search. The first story that came up was incorrect, so I do apologize for that. I also mentioned a gentleman and his daughter that I met. I said her name was Anna. I bumped into her father this previous game. Hannah is actually her name. I misheard him during the game, and his name is Henry. So Henry and Hannah, very nice meeting the two of you. As I talked to Henry, he mentioned that Hannah was starting her own podcast, and that's why she asked me if doing your show is difficult. I answered her with a yes. And then I mentioned this is all new to me. I'm learning it on the fly, and I'm trying to get better each and every week. Well, after talking to Henry at this previous game, he mentioned that her question could have actually been worded a little differently. She's starting her own podcast journey, and he didn't go into detail as to what it was about. But the question that the phrasing she should have used is doing your podcast when the team is not doing well difficult? And the answer to that is also yes. When the team has losses, it is difficult to plop down and do a recording to try and keep your smile, to try and keep things upbeat, to try and keep a positive outlook. It can be difficult, especially after a series of losses. So, Hannah, good luck in your journey. I do appreciate you and your father stopping me and saying hello. And if you need anything, you can reach out to me. My information is at the end of this broadcast. So, good luck to you. So, speaking of losses, the Monarchs dropped a Sun Belt game to Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern remains undefeated in the conference. We fell 93 to 86. Georgia Southern had 4 players in double figures, led by Alden Applewhite with his 17 points. And then on our side of the ball, we had a 10-man rotation, leading all scorers, K.C. Shaw, 23 points. You also had, coming off of the bench, Drew McKenna dropping in 14. Drew got after it in this game. So proud to see him perform so well. But it was a loss. Ultimately, we can't drop these Sun Belt games. We have to win these games. This show was recorded earlier in the week, so I don't know the outcome of the Coastal Carolina game as of yet. Hopefully, we got that revenge and we're back in the win column and making up some ground in the Sun Belt. So let's check the top 3 of the Sun Belt currently. As mentioned, Georgia Southern remains undefeated at number 1, followed by Troy, 3-0, and Southern Miss at 3-1. I want that top spot. I can't wait until we're in that top spot. But let's get to the top 3 to get this started. So our first chance to right this ship is on the road against a heated rival. We were able to do it once. Can we do it again? ODU versus James Madison. We can get back on track with this win. James Madison is led by Justin McBride, 17 points a game. He gave us some fits last game. Hopefully we can keep this team in check overall. We need this win. ESPN has us with only a 28% chance of winning this game. They do have home court advantage. Let's pull it out, guys. Let's do this. And then the guys continue the road trip down south to take on undefeated Georgia Southern, who we recently dropped a game to. Georgia Southern is led by Spud Webb. I've already made that correction. Again, I do apologize. So hopefully we can go down and get some revenge. ESPN has us with only a 32% chance of winning this, of course, giving them home court advantage. What was his name? Applewhite. Applewhite torched us last game. Hopefully we can shut him down, keep Webb in check, and get this win. So last week, we revealed Mount Monarch, our top 4 ODU men's basketball players of all time. Monarch Prep, as well as the Monarchists, do collaborative efforts on social media. So there was a post put up announcing the show would be released that day, and there was some confusion in the comments. They were looking for names that were not men's basketball players. I do apologize for any confusion, but if any of you checked out the show and you're new here, please drop a line in the comments. Let me know how I'm doing, and hopefully you'll follow along for the rest of the season. For all of you that have been along the ride the whole season, drop a wave, say hello. I'll be sure to respond. Thank you, Monarch Nation, for joining me for another week of Monarch Prep. I've truly enjoyed this. If you're coming up for the James Madison game and you happen to see me, say hello. The team travels well. The fan base definitely supports the guys. So I look forward to seeing some of you at the James Madison game. I'll see you next week, Lord willing. Until then, go Monarchs. Yes, sir. Yes. Sir, it was simply a mistake. Yes, sir. I wasn't trying to put additional kids on your name, Mr. Webb. I do apologize. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Yes, sir. I understand. Yes, sir.